I'm about to walk into a high-stakes interrogation, and the only weapon I have is a plate of lukewarm turkey. If you've ever felt like your entire life was being put on trial by people who still think the FOSPA is a cutting-edge invention, then you know exactly where I was last night. It's the annual Christmas dinner, or as I like to call it, the annual performance review I never signed up for. This should have been a night of peace and joy. But of course, it wasn't. It was a tactical exercise in dodging personal questions and stuffing my face just to avoid speaking. Picture the scene. 8 p.m. My parents' living room. The air is a thick fog of roasting meat, expensive perfume, and the kind of tension you only get when you put 3 generations of people with conflicting views in a room with an open bar. I'm standing by the appetizer tray, trying to look busy with a piece of cheese, when I see her. Aunt Linda. She's been tracking me since I walked through the door. She's got that look in her eye, the one that says, I'm about to ruin your self-esteem before the main course. So, Alex, she starts leaning in with a glass of white wine that's definitely not her first. Are you still doing that little art thing? Or did you finally get a real job? First shot fired. In my head, I have a script. I want to say actually, Linda, my little art thing pays for my rent and my therapy, which I need specifically because of conversations like this. But in reality, I just smile, take a suspiciously large bite of a cracker, and mumble, it's going well, thanks. Busy, you know? This is the defensive eating phase. It's a classic move. If your mouth is full, you can't answer questions about why you're still single, or why you haven't bought a house in an economy that's basically a dumpster fire. I spent the next 20 minutes nodding like a bobblehead while my uncle explained why crypto is the future, even though he can't remember his own email password. Then comes the successful cousin comparison. You know the one. My cousin Marcus is there, looking like he just stepped off the cover of a Young Billionaires magazine. He's talking about his new promotion and his marathon times. Every time he speaks, I can feel my mom's eyes burning into the side of my head. Doing the mental math of where exactly she went wrong with me. I'm just sitting there, thinking about how I spent 3 hours yesterday trying to decide if I should buy the name brand cereal or the store brand. The contrast is violent. The rising action hits its peak during the main course. We're all crammed around a table that was designed for 6 people but is currently holding 12. My knee is touching a cousin I haven't talked to since 2012. The questions start coming from all sides. When are we going to see a wedding? Have you lost weight or gained it? I can't tell. Why don't you move back to your hometown? So much cheaper. It's like being in a press conference where everyone is a tabloid reporter, and I'm a celebrity who just got caught in a scandal. I find myself retreating into my internal monologue. I'm analyzing the turkey. Is it dry? Yes. Is it a metaphor for my soul right now? Also yes. I look at the bowl of mashed potatoes and realize they are the only thing in this room that truly understands me. They are soft, they are warm, and they don't ask about my 401k. The climax happens at dessert, the trifle. In my family, the trifle is more than a dessert. It's a ritual. And with the trifle comes the ultimate dad joke. You know the one. My uncle leans over, waits for the perfect silence, and says, "Is this just for show, or are we actually allowed to eat it?" The table erupts in the same forced laughter we've been giving him for 25 years. But then, Grandma turns to me, the matriarch, the final boss. "Alex," she says, her voice cutting through the noise like a laser. "Are you happy?" The table goes dead silent. This isn't a "so, are you dating anyone?" kind of question. This is the deep stuff. My brain goes into overdrive. Am I happy? I'm tired. I'm stressed about rent. I'm worried about the planet. But I look at her and I see the genuine concern behind the bifocals. I realize that all these invasive questions, all this interrogation, it's just their clumsy, annoying way of trying to connect. They don't know how to ask, "Are you okay?" Oh, so they ask, "When are you getting married?" I take a breath. I look at the messy table, the uncle who's now asleep in his chair, the cousin who's actually kind of a jerk, and the dessert. "I'm getting there, Grandma," I say. It's one day at a time. The tension breaks. Someone spills wine. The dog barks. The moment is over. The resolution is a slow realization as I help clear the plates. I've officially become the adult who talks about the price of tomatoes and complains about the traffic on the way over. I'm part of the theater now. I survived the interrogation, not by winning, but by showing up. I leave the house with a plastic container of leftovers and a slightly bruised ego. But as I drive home, I realize that as much as I complain, I'd probably be lonely without the chaos. Next year, I'll have a better script. Or maybe I'll just bring more dessert. Because in the end, that's the only thing everyone can agree on.